Come see me on tour in Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. We have special guest with us. Kit Cabello is the co-founder, communications director, and host of Hard Lens Media, a native resident of Chicago. He served 2 tours in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom in the United States Marine Corps. Welcome back to the show, Kit Cabello. Hey, Kit, how are you?
It's really good to be back on, Jimmy. Thank you for this opportunity. I hope everything's going well for you, and huge shout out for your awesome show that you made available for everyone to check out on YouTube. I think last week or earlier.
Oh, my stand-up special. Grab him grab him by the pussy. You got to see it.
Great work, man.
It's available for free. Go to our YouTube channel. Go check it out. Over 200,000 people have already checked it out. You could be the next one. So I wanted to bring you on because Trump has taken over DC with his the police force, and guess who's on Trump's side, Kit? Guess who's on? It's the mayor of DC. She had this to say. I think her name is Muriel Bowser. Is that her name? She looks She looks a lot different than when she was in Shanana. Am I right? Come on. Here we go.
And we greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but I'm going to get my glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly. But for carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C. We know that when carjackings go down, when the use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
So that's quite a shocker. In fact, breaking, this is from Nick Sorter. DC Mayor Bowser just signed an order mandating DC police coordinate with federal law enforcement indefinitely. Wow. And here's what Donald Trump said back. Wow, Mayor Muriel Bowser of DC has become very popular because she worked with me and my great people in bringing crime down to virtually nothing in DC. Her statements and actions were positive instead of others like Pritzker, Westmore, Newscomb, and the 5% approval rated mayor of Chicago, who spend all of their time trying to justify violent crime instead of working with us to completely eliminate it, which we have done in Washington, D.C., now a crime-free zone. Wouldn't it be nice to say that about Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, and even the crime-drenched city of Baltimore? It can happen, and it can happen fast. Work with us. Mayor Bowser's ratings have gone up in a short period of time, 25%, and the people of D.C. are thanking her for stopping crime wherever she goes. It's not a miracle. It's hard work, courage, and being smart. The top law enforcement officer in Los Angeles said during the riots, and when I sent the troops in early, that they couldn't have done it without us. They were completely overwhelmed. If we hadn't gone in early, on top of the Palisades Plus fires, LA would have lost the Olympics. Congratulations to Mayor Muriel Bowser, but don't go woke on us in D.C. D.C. is a giant victory that never has to end. Well, she was thanking him. That's super shocking. And here's one more I'll show you. Eric Doherty tweets out, Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser immediately requires all Metro Police to coordinate with federal officers forever with no expiration after President Trump's takeover was a major success in lowering crime on large scale. It worked. Chicago is next. So just talk about D.C. for a second, Kit. How shocked are you to see this 180-degree turn from the D.C. mayor? What do you say to this?
Well, it is rather a surprising turn of events. I mean, if there's a lot of things to be critical of the Trump administration, but the fact that he is able to secure the Capitol and get no pushback from any, of course, you have the Democrat politicians and everybody else trying to do their pushback, but in regards to any city officials, this is being welcomed with open arms. and it could give Trump some true legitimacy to enact maybe further policies in other major metropolitan cities. So the fact that this is happening and that it is being touted as a success, again, we have to look at these numbers in the long run, like next year and the year after, whether this is truly successful. If that's the case, it does set the precedence of the power of the presidency over the Capitol. What does it mean for the future of DC? Could it potentially be more incorporated within the United States? Because right now it's its own district, but because there's now this oversight and the mayor is giving legitimacy to it, this is a direct blow and a gut check to anyone else that might try and form a resistance against Donald Trump and him potentially deploying the same tactics in different cities. But DC is a whole other different animal compared to Los Angeles or Chicago or Baltimore, etc.
Yeah, because, the people of DC don't have statehood, things like that. And that was on purpose by the founders, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I could, first of all, Donald Trump, could you take down the self-satisfied look a little bit?
Oh God,
It's a little
a little too proud right there. Because again,
can you take it down from a 10 to maybe a 9.5? Could you do that for us?
8.5.
So that's a big shocker. I mean, I when I saw this from the mayor of DC, and she's black, and it's just what are the demographics of DC? Can you see what is the demographics of DC proper? Steph, look that up. Well, I just want to play it one more time, and.
Oh, I actually got the numbers for you right now.
Oh, you got them?
So yeah. So here are the demographics for DC. So its population is 702,000 as of July of 2024. Predominantly Black African American is 43.26%. Caucasian 39.07%. Other races 4.81%, and Asian is 4.09%. So
okay,
those are the
majority.
numbers.
So majority black population in DC. Wow. Well, let's listen to what she had to say again. Let's listen.
And we greatly appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but I'm going to get my glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly. But for carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C.
That almost seems unbelievable, right? 87% reduction in carjackings. Is that because people are so poor they can't afford cars anymore? What is that?
I think what this means, especially with DC, is like a lot of these cities have been neglected on purpose because violence and crime is profitable to many of the politicians. Very similar to how when you look at a national level, how come there's all these unending wars and these sanctions and coups on other nations? It's because it's profitable for people with money and power to keep people with nothing at the bottom. So
right.
The reason why violence and crime and cities are falling apart is because it's designed that way by politicians. Just because a city it doesn't have the power of a U.S. senator or House representative does not mean that these aldermen are not doing the Coca-Cola classic of click, copy, paste of what they see from the federal level.
I agree with you. Come see me on tour in Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Louisville, Fort Wayne, Hermosa Beach, Sacramento, San Francisco, Irvine. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. Hey, RFK Jr. is making reforms to organ donation policy, and for shocking reasons. You guys have seen this horrifying story about people's organs being harvested while they're still showing signs of life as their family begs for them to stop the surgery. Click the video on the screen to watch.